Welcome back. In this section, we are going to see what are the existing companies or big names who are using Python. So tell me, Kripa, what are the big names in industry who are using Python today and exactly what they are doing with Python?
Yeah, Python is very vast and lots of companies are using. So I will tell you few of them, which is very famous.
Okay.
So first is NASA.
NASA is using Python.
Yeah.
So what they do with the Python then?
Yeah. NASA is using in cryptography.
Cryptography for security purpose and sending data over web.
They want to communicate, suppose, in space. So for that, they are using Python.
Okay.
It is very secure.
Okay, so it's very interesting. So my interest level is increasing at least.
Yeah. So they are using in cryptography. They are making ciphertext. So ciphertext is nothing. We are converting this our message to in some format. That is called ciphertext.
Okay, and this ciphertext is what actually
send to other
over the
over the
universe, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So that is there we are using Python exactly. And then the well-known company, Google.
Google uses Python.
Yeah, Google uses Python in web search.
Okay, so you can create your own Google, I think, after learning Python.
Yeah. Because it is very easy to use and easy to maintain, and if I want to make any logic in that, so
implementing any algorithm is very
implementation of algorithm and all, it is very easy and easy to understand.
Okay.
So it is not more complex.
Exactly.
So and other product also, YouTube.
Okay, so YouTube is built with Python.
Yeah, YouTube also, but not complete. But some part of YouTube it also made in Python.
Yeah, it seems like all the major companies or maybe websites which we are dealing daily, Google and YouTube, they are using Python in some way or another. I think it's increasing my interest level to further.
Exactly.
So tell me more. Who else is using Python?
If I will talk about semiconductor companies, so well-known company is Intel.
Intel is using Python.
Yes.
And what they are doing with Python?
Yeah, exactly. So Intel is also using Python in automation. They want to test some device. They want to communicate the device. So what they are doing before, they are using some TCL script.
TCL script?
Yeah, TCL it is.
Okay.
So it is very complex and it is having a less number of features. So they switch to Python.
Okay.
Because it is having lots of features. In TCL we can't use multi-threading concept.
Okay. So in Python we can use multi-threading.
Yeah, we can use.
So multiple processes can run parallelly.
Yeah,
and I think it will have a parallel, the performance of the program increases a lot.
Exactly. So before that, same task they are doing in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Using Python now they can do in 30 minutes only.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
But I think the performance can be further, because now I have heard that, if a task can be done with 2 hours, and if we increase the, vertical scaling and horizontal scaling, we are going to that aspect. But as you have touched this topic, so if we can do a task in 2 hours, I think reducing to 30 minutes is 1/5 of the time.
Exactly.
But can we reduce it further by having more threads?
It's depend on you.
Okay.
So
it is doable actually.
Yeah, it is. It is able. But if you will make more threaded and if you have more bandwidth,
okay,
so you can do.
Okay, so it's possible.
It's up to you. It's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah. So.
And then, for example, now we have spoken about the companies who are performance related activity.
Exactly.
But then if we touch the topic of storage, because it's because we have so much content in video, does any companies who stores content, are they using? Because now when we talk about Google Drive or Dropbox, are they using Python?
Yeah, Dropbox also using Python to store the data.
Oh my God. So I think Dropbox are also using Python. What they do with Python then?
So for storing the data and for getting the data from there, so some algorithm we need to write.
Okay,
so that algorithm written in Python exactly.
In the Dropbox itself.
Yeah, in Dropbox.
But the front end of the Dropbox, I think it's not Python. I think front end is in the web, some web
front
language.
Front end is not that one. But if we will move to the algorithm of that,
okay, the core part in the server itself.
Core part, exactly. So they are using for storing and sorting the data and accessing the data in more efficient way. So they're using Python there. And
if we talk about some of the IoT concept or some of the machine related things, so tell me more, because you were working on IoT for long, somewhere in robotics and all.
In IoT, so we are using a well-known Raspberry Pi.
Okay, yeah.
So Raspberry Pi also having inbuilt Python in Raspbian.
Okay, so okay.
So
it's
you can use that Python and you can develop your IoT applications. And Python is like very easy to use there. It is already installed. It is already built in that one.
okay. So the operating system already has Python.
already having that, so no need to install it.
Okay.
And you can start using it. Just install your operating system and you can start using it. So it's very easy to use there. And in IoT now, all the companies are using Python.
Okay, so major companies are using
lots
Python
of
instead of
servers.
Java. What do you recommend, Java or Python? This is very
If
curious question. May not be dependent upon company names, but as a developer, what you would prefer?
See, if you want to make your program more complex, then go for Java.
Okay, so we are not talking about
Yeah.
companies, but just in preference as a developer aspect. I think when I was working with Java and IoT and Python and IoT, one experience which I had is it was much easier to get the library of Python, and I think it was automatically inbuilt present in the Raspberry Pi. So I think the reading serial ports in IoT, it was much easier.
It is much easier to
You can
interact
do
with
the
hardware.
same things with Java itself. Java, we cannot.
We
undermine-
can do.
Yeah, Java.
But
Java
it
has
is-
been there for long. You cannot say anything to that.
Yeah.
It's so big.
You can use Java. I will not tell Java will not do this task. Java definitely you can, but using Python it is very easy to communicate. You can. We are having mode of communication like I2C, UART, and we can send the data directly and we can access that port. It is very easy in Python. Okay, and if I will talk about robotics, so humanoid robotics and automobiles industry also they are using in automation. Some automatic devices are there. They can adjust components and they can integrate. So that device also using in automation Python.
Okay, so I think in connected cars or maybe connected because now there was a car of Google who was scanning all the maps. Are they using Python? Maybe
They can use. You
don't
can
know.
use. If they are not using, you can use
Okay.
definitely, and
Yes.
you can perform the same task.
Exactly.
So-
So it seems like you can do a bunch of stuff with Python, and it's a very solid language. So I think it was quite an interesting section, and I'm very excited to know more about Python after this section. So in the next section, we are going to see a very major concept or misconception which we have with Python. Is Python a scripting language? So many of the people like me, we are working with JavaScript for past many years. And I want to know exactly, is Python a scripting language or not? So in the next section, we will discuss on that topic as well.